Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of Civilization 6 A to Z, where I will go through each of the civilizations one by one and provide thoughts, strategy, and rankings. Today we will look at Brazil, which is a very culture-minded civilization that can use its Carnivals and Leader bonus to recruit a lot of great people. Brazil's leader is Pedro II, and his leader bonus is that recruiting or patronizing a great person refunds 20% of their point cost. This bonus helps to continue to recruit a lot of the same type of great people, one after another. This bonus is good for all of the great people types and combos really well with the Carnival project in your unique entertainment districts. The overall scores that I would give this bonus are, for domination I would give it a 4. Getting a lot of back-to-back admirals or generals is nice, but not critical. Many of the great engineers and great merchants can directly help your push for a domination victory, however. For science, I would give it a 6. This is a really good bonus for science, as getting a bunch of great scientists not only helps your game, but hurts your opponents as well, even if you personally aren't going for a science victory. There are several great engineers that can help push science victory as well. For culture, I would give it an 8. Besides the obvious great artists, musicians, and writers, there are several merchants and a couple scientists that can help push towards a culture victory. For religion, you get a 0 here. This bonus does not help religion at all, as it only works on subsequent great people and you will only ever recruit one great prophet. Brazil's civilization ability is called Amazon. There are two parts to this ability. The first part is that rainforest tiles provide a +1 adjacency bonus for campuses, commercial hubs, holy sites, and theater squares. This bonus is very powerful and can get you as much as a +6 adjacency for any of these districts. The challenge here is to know which rainforest to chop down to place districts and which to leave up for the extra adjacency. The second part of this bonus is that tiles in Brazilian territory gain +1 appeal for adjacent rainforests instead of the normal -1. Don't underestimate how powerful this bonus is. Where every other civilization gets unappealing tiles next to rainforests, Brazil almost always has max appeal. This can help with both seaside resorts as well as national parks. As a side effect, this bonus also helps with getting strong neighborhoods as well, which can help Brazil grow tall. The overall scores for this bonus are as follows. For domination, I would give it a 4. Getting a little extra gold and or science adjacency can help a little with domination, however there is no production boost here. For science, I would give it a 6. The science adjacency is as powerful as any other similar adjacency in the game. For culture, I would give it an 8. The combination of the culture adjacency with the extra appeal really makes this a strong bonus for culture victory. And for religion, I would give it a 6. You can really get a lot of extra faith from the adjacency boost. Brazil's unique unit is called the Minas Gerais. It replaces the battleship and unlocks with the nationalism civic. If you keep your culture relevant, you can get this battleship an era earlier than everyone else. This unique unit has a higher combat strength, higher range strength, and a higher anti-air strength than its normal counterpart. The overall scores that I would give this unit are, for domination, I would give it an 8. This can be a very strong unit if you have a lot of water on your map. For Brazil's unique infrastructure, you actually have the choice of two different districts. One is the Street Carnival, and the other is the Copacabana. It used to just be the Street Carnival that Brazil got, but with the addition of the water park in the Rise and Fall expansion, it makes sense that they would add the Copacabana as well. These districts replace the entertainment complex and the water park respectively. Both of these districts have half of the production cost of their normal counterparts. This makes it much easier to put in newer cities that have very little production. These districts also get +2 amenities from entertainment to the parent city versus the +1 that you normally get. More amenities make it easier to push for some of the amenity bonus breakpoints. These districts also have a special project called the Carnival, which provides +1 additional amenity while developed and earns great engineer, great merchant, great writer, great artist, and great musician points upon completion. You get half as many great people points as from the industrial and commercial zone projects, and you get the same amount of great people points as from the theater district project, which makes this a direct upgrade for that one. The overall scores for this bonus are domination a 4, science a 6, culture an 8, and religion again a 0 here. The reasons for these scores is very much the same as what was given for the leader bonus, because this is all about pushing as many great people points as you can get. Culture is at an obvious advantage here as well. For overall strategy, when you're playing as Brazil, from the beginning of the game, expand out to places with lots of rainforest tiles. Make sure to keep your culture production high the entire game. This may be one of the few civilizations that wants more culture production than science. Pretty much all of your bonuses are either dependent upon or enhanced by civics, including your unique unit. Don't be afraid to run the Carnival project often, especially if you're going for some of the critical great people. Pingala can be a great governor to put into your best great people producing city once you get his grants promotion, which provides +100% great people points in the city. There are many wonders that Brazil will want to get depending on the victory you're going for, but Chichen Itza can be especially crucial since Brazil prefers to keep its rainforests as opposed to chopping them down. For governments, Classical Republic is an obvious choice for the 4-card slot so that Brazil can push even more great people points. For the 6-card slot, Merchant Republic is a really good option to build up a lot of gold to purchase any critical great people. And finally, for the 8-card slot, Democracy provides 2 wildcard slots that can help slot great people producing cards. Granted, Fascism has 2 as well, but unless you're going for a domination victory, Democracy is almost always going to be better. If you're playing against Brazil, Pedro's leader agenda is called Patron of the Arts. He likes civilizations who are not competing for great people, and will recruit great people whenever possible. He dislikes civilizations with more great people than him. It's actually fairly easy to play nice with Brazil, just don't recruit very many great people. If Brazil is in the game, you probably won't have to try very hard to have less great people than him. It will likely happen naturally. If you plan to go after Brazil, realize that the rainforest terrain that he is biased towards can make it a bit of a slow crawl to conquer his cities. It can often be easier to go after his coastal cities to avoid the rainforest altogether, but make sure you do this before he gets his unique battleships, as they are incredibly strong when they come into the game. His battleships are a bit vulnerable to submarines though, so keep that in mind if you're attacking him later in the game when he already has several of them around. As for victory condition, Brazil's best victory condition is a culture victory. Brazil's strong great people generation can help with any victory type, but they are especially helpful when getting great artists, musicians, and writers. Brazil should also have a lot of good locations for seaside resorts and national parks due to their increased appeal next to rainforests that can really push the late game tourism. Where does Brazil rank overall? For domination, I would give them a 6. Getting most of the great generals and great admirals in the game can really swing things in your favor for a domination victory. If most or all of the enemy capitals are on the coast, you can really push for a surprise mid-game domination victory once your unique battleships come into play. For science, I would give it a 7. Getting a lot of great engineers and great scientists can really help Brazil be competitive in a science victory push. For culture, I would give it a 9. Culture is simply Brazil's best victory condition to push for. You will likely want theater districts and one of the 2 entertainment type districts in every city. Running Carnival often, at least until all of the relevant great people are obtained, can really help out a lot. For religion, I would give it a 2. Brazil can get some nice adjacency for their holy sites, but there's really no reason to push for religious victory with them. If anything, use your religion and faith production to help push for more great people for one of the other victory types. What are your thoughts? Did I get it right? Did I miss something? Please let me know what you think in the comments below, and also please give me a thumbs up if you do like this video and want to see more of these. I do plan to keep these going, so I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.